Hey all, it's Isla here. Big exciting news, something is coming out. My old darling, my one true love, Warhammer Fantasy Battles, rank and flank, square bases. Let's get into it. So over the last couple days, I've spent some time digging through my graveyard to find my high elves, but not only my high elves, I found my entire dwarf army, and some bits and pieces, some siege equipment for Empire, which I'm very excited about. Yep, so here's the footage of me sorting through the old bits pile, and all the containers and tubs of things are separated out. And anyway, so I've gone through and primarily focusing on the high elves because I feel they are the most complete range that I have, minus maybe a Star Dragon Lord, which seems to be quite impressive from what I've heard in the new edition of Old World. Without further ado, let's get into it. Got the Azurian Lord here. I didn't find the Phoenix release particularly exciting towards the end of 8th. I much enjoyed sort of the new Lotha and stuff we got with the Sky Cutters and the Sea Helm model. And then we've got the Phoenix Guard. I've got 10 of those. 2 units of 10 Creation Hunters, White Lions, and 2 units of 11 Swordmasters of Hoeth, and they are bodyguard to a mage each. And I also have a unit of 26 Lothan Seaguard with a Lothan Seaguard BSB and another mage, so very magic focused. I always liked, very much like the Swordmasters and the mages, and I really particularly liked the Lothan Seaguard. For me, I just really liked that they were sort of like a drilled navy force of the High Elves, and whilst the militia, like the Spearmen and the Elves, whilst they still had a really good martial prowess, the Seaguard always sort of showcased what the High Elves were capable of with regards to their martial disciplines, in the fact that they could master the bow and master the spear in combat, as well as be drilled for navy combat and land combat. So I always thought they were quite cool. And then obviously later on they got their Sky Cutters, so obviously aerial combat as well. So I always thought they were like the epitome of the core of the High Elf army. I just always played them in my games. They were always my range support. They were always my core army, and I don't see that changing in the new rules. Anyway, so that's the army. I've got 10 Illyrian Reavers still sitting in a Deadol bath. I ended up, when I did these, I put them in the Deadol before work. I was quite excited when I came home 10 hours later, and I spent 2 hours scrubbing them all, and there was still, especially on the models I'd painted more often, being the Seaguard, there was still a significant amount of paint on them, so I ended up leaving them again overnight for another 8 hours and getting another scrub to get the rest of the paint out of the recesses and all that before I ended up putting them on all the squares again, because I took them off the bases to fit them in a smaller tub so I could do more models at once. And yeah, so I've decided to let the Illyrian Reavers sit for probably about 24 to 48 hours, depending on how I go with my work scheduling, and also how I go with my painting as well, because I'm planning on starting to get some washes down. I'm going to put a black shade over all of these and get some silver dry brushing going and getting the armor there. Here are the models in the Deadol bath. One thing I forgot to mention was that I've also ordered 500 25mm bases from China. Yeah, so very excited. I ended up securing some army boxes as well for the new edition. I got one of each of the army boxes and some Tomb Guard, another unit of Pegasus Knights, and a Pegasus BSB. So I'm quite excited. I haven't got the books yet. I wasn't lucky enough to grab them, but hopefully on launch day and when they come out on EPUB, I'll be able to snag a copy or two of the Ravening Hordes and Forces of Fantasy, really to start delving in and writing up some lists and getting excited about playing the game. So yeah, let me know in the comments below like what you're excited about, what project you think you're working on, because I've just got so many ideas. I've got this, I've got greenskins I want to do, I've got a Night Goblin army I'm going to rebase onto squares, because I mean, not the biggest fan of AOS. I'm interested to see where the new edition will go with AOS, but I'm definitely more invested in Old World coming back. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. So yep, stay tuned for more. I am definitely going to look at creating a second channel for Old World now, and definitely ramping up some of our quality and production, and hopefully the content will be thick and fast with Old World, because I'm just absolutely so passionate about it, and I'll be willing to talk about it any minute, day and night. I'm gonna just lap it up. So we'll see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe.